fight. I mean, that, honestly, that's kind of a bottom line. And, Coretta Scott King, I'll paraphrase, said the fight for civil rights, which of course is the fight for justice, the fight for equality, the fight for civil rights, must be fought and won with each generation. I think she had 2 points. One, it is the very nature of this fight that whatever gains we make, they will not be permanent. It's the nature of it. So we have to be vigilant. And the second point then is, knowing it's the nature of it, do not despair. Do not be overwhelmed. Don't, pull the covers up over your head. It's the nature of it. So instead of throwing up our hands, let's roll up our sleeves. We cannot ever, as a people, afford to sit back and think everything's going to be okay without fighting to make it so. It will be okay as long as we keep our eyes open and we walk with our feet and we vote and we do whatever is necessary to be the powerful voices that we are. Everything, look, Shirley Chisholm, look, there is nothing we have ever achieved that has been about progress that came without a fight. Nothing. And we're up for it. And so I think part of it is to let's all just get straight about this. Because if you're sitting back waiting for somebody to hand it to you, well, that's never been the case. And it never will be. And don't be mad at that. It's just the nature of it. Yeah. And so that's why I say, let's also remember all of these fights came with some music. We figured out a way to have a good dance. We know how to laugh. Yes. We know how to hug each other and hold each other when we need to. That's why I said, I've decided I'm just going to be a joyful warrior. We can find joy in our fight. We always have. Because we know that it's about our ability. And this is the thing about Black women in America. The work has been done. The experts exist. The words have been spoken about there is no one more fragile in terms of her safety and security than a Black woman in America. Come on now.
Yeah. Make it plain.
And what we know, always though, is knowing that we get out of bed every morning.
Amen.
And we get our hair done. And we do what is necessary, and we take care of those babies, and we take care of our men, and we take care of our community, and we fight having faith and having a belief and a vision, which we almost uniquely have the ability to do, because almost always nothing has told us that you can or should have that vision, but we still do. And we then fight to get there. That's where I am right now. I'm saying, look, I don't have time for anybody seriously, right? Who's going to sit back and just think that it's just going to happen if we don't participate. So, of course, I have time for them. Don't misquote me. I'm just saying that we have to sit down and say, you have power. Mm-hmm. We each have power. And the beauty of who we are is that, unlike the guy in the White House, who is got so many things upside down, doesn't understand, we understand that the true measure of the strength of an individual is not based on who you beat down, it's based on who you lift up.
Amen. Amen.
It's an extraordinary strength. And we do that every day. And so we just have to remind each other and everyone else, see what we can do. We can lift people up, and that's a sign of our strength. And so don't anybody ever let anybody tell you you are small, you are insignificant, you are without power. We know our power. My mother had many sayings, and one of them is she would say, Kamala, don't you ever let anybody tell you who you are. You tell them who you are.
Amen.
Right? So that's how I think about this moment.
Thank
You
you.
know, can I just add this real quickly? I mean, and my answer to your question is gonna seem a little bit more like a testimonial, but I hope it leaves something for the room. You know, all I know, you know, as a black woman building a business is to play big, you know, and I think for this room, we need to take and own our power. You know, I believe that if we can get focused and as a collective, and it is going to be because all of us united around one goal, one mission. Madeleine Albright says, and some of you have heard me speak, and especially to groups of women, there's a special place in hell for women who do not support and help women. And I believe that. And so for me, as I look at, you know, what lies ahead, it's, you know, again, in my testimony, in the faith and the promise of the work, of the intent, of the impact, of the influence, and bringing others along, because I honestly have seen by witness and favor that it can be done.
Amen.
Thank you.